In this video, we'll write a program to use the sensors on the robot. These sensors will help the robot navigate using the lines and walls of the small field we are using. This program is called an autonomous program because the robot is only controlled by the program we write. There is no user controlling it. This video will assume you've watched the introduction and drive straight videos and now understand all the steps to develop and deploy a program to the robot. If you have questions on these steps, please refer to the drive straight video for help. Our first step will be to open Android Studio if it's not already open. Next, select the same workspace as you used for the drive straight program. For example, if you were in the first workshop of the day, you'll select Workshop 1. As we did when developing the Drive Straight program, navigate from Team Code to Java to org first inspires FTC Team Code. Once there, right-click on the org first inspires FTC Team Code text to create a new class, and select New from the first menu and Java Class from the second. This brings up a dialog box where we can name the class and provide some starting information about the class. In the name field, enter Program Control. As we mentioned before, Java class names will have a capital letter at the start of every word in the class name, and there are no spaces. Be sure to enter the class name the same as I've shown in the video. Next, we need to identify the superclass of our class. The superclass is linear op mode, just as it was before. Notice as you start typing it, Android Studio is helping you identify the full class name. You should be able to type LIN and Android Studio will get the correct superclass name. Press the Tab key to finish filling in the complete superclass name. Next, click the OK button. Now, we have an outline of the class. However, this class doesn't do anything, so we need to enter some code. We've given you a handout with the code you need to enter into the class, so you can do that now. You've completed entering your code when there are no red underlines or red text in the program. Check with an instructor if you're having trouble getting rid of any of the red marks. It's important to enter the code just as it's shown in the handout. I've had you enter all of the autonomous code, and as you can see, there are over 200 lines of code. It's not a good idea to try to test all this code at once. It's better to test one part, get it working before you move to the next part. For now, I'm going to have you go into the Run Op Mode function and comment out the line with turn, follow line, touch sensor, and distance sensor. To comment out a line of Java, you need to put 2 slashes in front of it. Commenting out all these lines will mean your program will run the count lines function and stop. Now, let's do the same thing we did before to deploy the code. Get the phone with RC in its name and plug it into the computer. Use the green arrow in Android Studio toolbar to compile your new code and deploy it to the phone. Take the phone to the robot. Make sure the robot is turned on. You'll need to plug the phone into the connector on the robot and put the phone in the phone holder. It's often necessary to reboot the FTC robot controller application after it's been connected to the robot. place the robot in the corner of the field behind the 4 lines. Go to the driver station and make sure the FTC driver station program is running. Press the left triangle near the center of the display. You should see your autonomous program in the drop-down menu. Select the autonomous option, then press the init option followed by the run option. This will start the autonomous program and cause the robot to move forward, counting the lines as it does. When it has seen 4 lines, it will stop. One additional test you can run is to validate there is a light on from the color sensor located in the front of the robot. This light should come on after the init button is pressed. This sensor is pointing towards the floor and is used to count lines. If the light is not on, the color sensor will not send the correct information back to the robot, and the robot will not count any lines. Notice also there's a display on the driver station that increases as the robot is counting lines. If all of this is working correctly, then go back to Android Studio and remove the comment from the turn method. Deploy the application again and test. This time, the robot should count the lines and turn to get ready to follow the line. Once the count line and turn steps are working, you'll continue the process of removing comments from the lines of Java code we commented out earlier and test your code. In the end, the robot should be able to use the color sensor, touch sensor, and distance sensor to complete the entire course. Congratulations! You have just written your second Java program, deployed it to the phone, and executed it. Again, a good job.